Urban gardening Thailand. Join me in my tropical Asian garden. This is my cypress vine that I grew from cutting. It is doing great and has wrapped itself all around my Siam ribbon ixora and my patio pole. It's a real climber and clinger. The bright red flowers, though small, are really beautiful. And it's easy to grow the seeds from your plant. Let me show you how. After the flower has finished blooming, you will find a seed pod in its place. It will look something like this. Let it dry thoroughly on the vine. I've removed them from the plant and placed the pods on a plate to get a better look. Gently break the seed pod open and you will find 4 black seeds inside. They are really small. I hate to say this, but they look very much like mouse droppings. Oh well, no problem. If you have purchased your seeds, rather than taking them directly from the plant, you can start following from this point. I'm going to plant the seeds directly in soil. I don't think cypress vine are real fussy, and you can use any kind of well-draining potting medium. I am placing 4 seeds in each starter container so we can get an idea of the general viability of these seeds. You can place them on top of the soil and then sprinkle a thin layer over them. Or if you like, you can make a small depression and place the seeds in the small holes. Keep your soil moist but not saturated. Another method of germinating cypress vine seeds is to simply soak them in water. I have placed them in a shallow dish so you can get a better view. They will germinate in a couple of days. You can then transplant them into a starter container and cover them with a thin layer of soil. It's been 10 days and let's assess our results. From the 12 seeds that I planted directly in soil, 9 of them germinated for about 75% viability success rate. This one in the back, we've got 3 growing, and they grew the quickest. I don't know why. And you can see some of the actual leaves. This is another one that I planted directly in soil, and we got 2 out of 4 growing in this starter container. This is the starter container where I planted them a little bit too deep, and it took an extra 4 or 5 days for them to germinate. But all 4 of these have actually germinated, and these will be fine. This is what they look like when they first grow, and they will get their color in a minute, and you can still see the seed hulls on them. And this is the starter container where I placed the seeds that I germinated in water, and I don't remember exactly how many I placed in here, but we've got 3 seedlings. Now these seem to be a little fragile, a little bit weak, so maybe if you're using this method you should cover them with a little bit more soil than I did, but I think eventually these will be fine too. It was my experience that cypress vines are easy and quick to germinate. You can place the seeds directly in soil or germinate them by soaking them in water. You can also propagate them from stem cuttings and root cuttings as shown in my previous video, and you can check out these methods from the link in the description below. Cypress vines can add a bright red splash of color, and I'm sure it would look great growing on a trellis or fence. Happy gardening! Be sure and check out all my gardening videos from my gardening playlist, as well as my computer tutorial videos and general interest videos. See you next time!